A record shop with years of stories and a passion for music, I guarantee everybody's gonna find something they like here. I know I do. We're at Forever Memories in San Benito. Let's check it out. Walking into a record shop is like taking a trip back in time, where a combination of chords brings back a rich history of a musical movement or a time in someone's life where everything was just different.
You get a chance to see vinyl records, CDs, cassettes, 8-tracks, and music of every shape and size.
Starting as an antique shop in Harlingen in 2010, Joe and his wife Dahlia knew there was something special about records, and when they were given the opportunity to grow their business in San Benito, they took it.
When we came over here, it was about 6 months in on the San Benito side that we said, you know what, it's time to go 10% collectibles, 90% records. And so we expanded, and now we're full-blown records.
Joe has quite a background in music. His father was a DJ, so he grew up knowing all the classics, which led him to the love of being part of the radio industry.
Well, I like to tell the joke, when I started there, we were rock, and when I left, we were classic rock, and I stayed there long enough that I was old enough that we were playing the same songs.
And after time, he found his second passion, sports. But you'll always find your way back home, and so he did.
By the time I opened this, I had collected records, I had found records, I loved records, and I knew about records. And so it just made it real easy to open a record store, and when someone comes in, they can ask me about a group, and I can say, well, you have this album, you have this album, you have this album, are you looking for this song? And I make it, again, an experience.
And the true beauty tied into these musical objects is that they're made with quality. They've lasted years through the hands and homes of many people, and possibly many more.
This is the real stuff. This is the stuff that all this technology is into, and it's truly art. and I'm showcasing the art.
And not only is it art, but it's bringing back a feeling, a memory.
I remember in 1979 when I bought my first record album, and that was because I worked in the hayfields for a full day to make enough money to buy a record. And when I bought that record, it was the coolest thing in the world. It was an REO Speedwagon record, and I just thought it was so neat that I had that record. I now see, as they walk through our door and they flip through these bins, I see guys that are my age or younger at that time. The excitement that they had, that look at what I found, and he's like, you couldn't, no you didn't, yes I did. And so for them to walk up to the counter and be able to walk out of our door with that same feeling that I had when I was 16, that's priceless to us.
Now, after seeing all these records, how many do you think there are? Maybe a couple thousand? Yeah, there's 20,000 records in here, and that's just scratching the surface.
And I had someone coming from McAllen, never been here. I walked through the door, he goes, yeah, they told me there's a wreck, and he stopped and he said, this is a record store. And so he was looking at it and he said, you realize you're probably one of the bigger stores? And I'm like, yeah, I've never got into the bragging. I said, but if I ever want to bring my other hand from behind my back, we'll go to the back. And you see 20,000, there's 60,000 records that I haven't even went through yet.
So if you're looking for your new spot to find gems for your collection, stop by Forever Memories in San Benito, where all you need is love. For music. For Take 5, I'm Idani Cantu.